Assalamu alaikum, hello everyone, and welcome to another very exciting tutorial. We are proceeding with our project doing the finish line. So jump in and we have the object ball. Here we should have a new collision with the object finish, and actually I want to copy the code for object spike, but before that I forgot to do something, and it's when you collide with the spike, when you die, I want to remove the pause button. So I will say here with all buttons instance destroy. So we'll do that, then we'll copy this and put it in the finish. So it's basically just the same. But the only thing is we are going to use a different object here, and that object will be the same as the retro menu. So I'll come here and duplicate that object and name it as next menu. Great. And we'll say here next menu. Great. So that'll do. Now if we come to the next menu, we are going to change lots of things here in the alarm 0. So as you see, we are creating two buttons, but actually we need another button, and it's the next button, so we go to the next level. But we don't have that button, so we'll come to the object buttons and add that new button. So we'll add the button next. You see it's image 4 now, so it's image index 4. And we have these two buttons. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, so I have 3 buttons. This is the home button. I don't need to assign the image index, but here I will say that this is the middle button, so I will just give it the image index of 4, which is just what we discussed, and this will remain 2 as for the retry button. So I'll just change the position, so this will be at the X position. This would be X plus 75, this minus 75. And actually, I think that's it. Now, some of you might say why I'm not using another variable. It's okay, Gamemaker doesn't care actually. Now, what else? Okay, in the create event, you remember we had these text, and I'm going to use a different text, which is basically cheerleading. Let me just make the font a little bit bigger so you can see. Okay, so it's just like success, great, well done, so on, and nothing special. Next, I think that's it here. But if we come to the object buttons, actually we don't have it here, but let me just add the argument so we would know that we have the argument. So we'll come here and add the argument 4, and we say next. Okay, we'll add stuffs here, don't worry. Now, the other thing in the object finish is I'm going to add some stars. And I'll just go and load the sprite for that, and we'll mid-center the origin. We'll change the name to star, and okay. Now let me just go and create the object star. Create and call the object star. Okay, we'll change that later. But here in the object finish, I want to create that star. So I'll come to the create event. We'll say I equals 0. Right? Now, what is this for? I equals 0. It's actually for creating the stars. So we are going to create 5 stars. So I cannot run a loop in the alarm 0. I have to make my own loop. So I will say if I is less than 5, we said we are going to create 5 stars, and I'll say actually, or let's just use our code. So say instance create. Okay, now this is a very sensitive thing. We need to use a very specific way of putting these objects. Now if you remember, we placed our wall pieces in a specific order, and it's vertically. So I am going to use the S here to decide at which side the star will be, and I want to say 270. So we start from the middle, then we say plus, okay, we open small brackets, and we say 190. I think that's a good one, because 190 minus 270 is negative 80. So I think that's a good range. And we multiply this 190 by S. So if it's on the right side, it will remain 190. But if it's on the left side, it will become minus 190. You understand? Next is 160. Now this is the height. Okay, and actually I kind of calculated that, so it will be in a very good position if we move each 160 pixels. If I come up with the calculator and we say now 60 divided by 7, or actually 6, yes, by 6, it gives us 160, and that's a perfect for our vertical position. So plus, and here I will use again the same thing, 160 times I. Okay, then we create the object star, so O star. That's great. Next, I plus plus, so we're increasing, then alarm 0 equals 5. I think that's it, and if we run the game, actually forgot to do something. If you come to the level optimizer, I'm going to change, I already changed that. I changed the total score to 1, so it will be quicker. You see, we have this stars, and we are putting the menu in a very terrible position. So let's go back to object ball, to the finish, and here we'll change this to 270 and 480. Okay, let's run that. So if I take that, so we'll have this, cool, and the menu will show up, and we are having the home button, the retry or restart button, and the next button. So if we press on next, it should go to the next level. Now about the stars, let me add a small fancy thing here, and we'll have a create event. We'll say speed equals to 3. Okay, and 0 equals to 10. Now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to rotate the star left and right. So we'll say speed equals negative speed, and alarm 0 equals to 20. Not 10, 20. In the create event, we'll have it as 10. And we'll have a step event. Here we'll say image angle minus equals, or plus equals, doesn't really matter, speed. And that's it. Now if we run the game, they should be dancing. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Now if we come to the stars, we'll say if we collide with the object ball, I want to destroy, and now we don't have anything specific, but later on we can add a score to the stars, so have a certain kind of scoring for the stars, and later on we can buy, for example, characters for the ball itself instead of just a dull ball. And that's it. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching, and basically I'll put I'll put the sprites, the added sprites, in the info section. And I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope that you've learned something today, and I'm quite sure that you have learned something today. Please leave a like if you liked the video. Please subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet, and you guys have a great day.